Well, here we are, June the 18th. And the hate and the racism and the discrimination and the fabricating evidence. You know, she continues. So let's call these persons who are acting as the SAANICH Police Board.
Good afternoon, office. This is Anita.
Hi there, Anita. This is the SAANICH Police Board. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
And so I was just looking at the SAANICH Police website here, and I just needed to make sure that my understanding is correct, that this is a board that provides independent civilian oversight and governance and does employ the SAANICH Police Department. Am I wrong, or is...
That is the function of the SAANICH Police Board, yes. I'm their executive assistant, and so were you wanting to correspond with the board, or?
Well, so if a woman has an issue with employees of the SAANICH Police Department, is this the right contact number for issues I'm having? Because it says here that our mission is to provide culturally informed, community responsive public safety services, and I am not feeling safe at all due to the conduct of, oh man, it's got to be well over a dozen employees of the SAANICH Police Department.
Okay. Is this we do have a process for complaints in terms of service or policy. If we would, no matter how you formalize the complaint, either in writing, to email, or whatnot, we would refer you to the process, which is making a complaint to the Office of the Police Complaints Commissioner. I'm happy to provide you that information.
So you then push someone like myself over to the OPCC?
There is a process, yes, yeah. It's just a formalized process, and it's a third party that would conduct the complaint and then forward that to the board to investigate.
And then if a woman like myself would be unsatisfied with that type of service because it wouldn't be a culturally informed, not for my culture anyway, not for my people's culture, if we weren't satisfied going there with the service we were provided, and we still had issues with employees of the SAANICH Police Department, then what would we do?
Well, there is a formal process in place. So your complaint through the OPCC, they're called, would be have to be actioned by the SAANICH Police Board, and they would have to look into it, do an investigation or a study, and they would have to report back to the Office of the Police Complaint Commissioner. So it is a documented process, and so it would have to be considered by the board and all that kind of stuff. It's just a way of formalizing so that all complaints are treated the same in an equal manner. Unfortunately, that's the direction that all municipal police boards function under, in terms of being able to provide service or policy complaints about a department.
So I didn't it's every agency that you call, it's like the same runaround, to be honest with you, because last September I did call and speak to Lauren, who is representing the OPCC, and I tried to explain the level of just outrageous violence and misconduct and malfeasance and misfeasance and just refusal of service and protection, just refusal to honor the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms and the Canadian Victims' Bill of Rights. And I didn't realize that I had not, that's obviously now what you're telling me is now I've done the wrong thing, and I've now wasted another year because I needed to actually contact the proper, channels through you folks to then start that investigation and then push that over to the OPCC, because I'm not feeling safe ever, and it's because of employees of the SAANICH Police Department who clearly are out to literally destroy my life. And I heard last Thursday night, after I had been violently assaulted and I'm black and blue from head to toe, I feel like my back has been slammed with a 2x4, because clearly we have a conspiracy to cause me irreparable harm, and that's what's happening. And so I had to sit and listen for 45 minutes to an individual, a male, representing the Crown, who has received information from the SAANICH Police Department employees of just literally out and out lies, which is then fabricating evidence to use in a judicial proceeding, which we can't have, just as people. We can't go around telling lies about other people, because that destroys lives. And my life has literally been destroyed because I'm being lied about and lied to. And I'm black and blue from head to toe. I'm in toxic shock. And they're trying to push me. Well, SAANICH Police Department has laid false charges. They've lied. And I can't be a part of that. I can't be a part of causing myself harm. And everywhere I go, and every time I reach out for help, it's like another slam in the head. It's like, there's all of these processes to go through, but they never get you anywhere. And I can't keep living in fear for my life, because I would never lie to you about being in fear for my life. I can barely move because I'm terrified. In the last 10 months, I have been attacked by SWAT 3 times in the last 10 months. 3 times SWAT has been sent out to assault me. And I don't have a gun. I'm not a danger to anyone. I'm not a danger to myself. I've never caused loss, harm, nor injury to person or property. And so I don't even know what to do anymore. I don't know who to talk to, and nobody wants to help me. And I'm just so tired.
I'm sorry. Can I get your name? I didn't get your name from the beginning.
Well, I can give you. Not only will I give you my name, but I can give you the police file numbers where all these lies are contained, because I can't have people lying about who I am.
Sorry, I just wanted to address you by name. That's all.
My name is Victoria.
Victoria. Okay.
Yeah.
So Victoria, I understand you said you spent some time on the phone with someone from the OPCC.
Hours, and it got me nowhere.
And so in terms of putting in a complaint, there's various avenues, and one of them is, through us, and then we pass it on to the OPCC, or any member of the public can go to the OPCC and make a formal complaint. So it's alarming to me that you have spoken to them and they did not process your complaint. Is that what you're saying?
Well, that the investigation wasn't even conducted properly. The individual that I spoke to, they didn't know what questions to ask. They're clearly not trained properly. They're not trained to provide my people with culturally sensitive services. And so that's where the problem lies, because if I'm explaining last September that I'm in fear for my life, I've just been attacked by SWAT, there's a problem with violence against women in the province, so much so that members of the police departments have filed a class action lawsuit against their male counterparts for that exact issue. We're not being treated with respect and the dignity that a woman deserves, and a woman should never feel that she's not safe. And I feel that way every day, and I have for years, and it's wearing me down, and no one will help me.
Victoria, have you spoken with anyone from our professional standards division in terms of sort of how to process complaints?
I didn't even know that existed. There's just layer after layer after. It's like an onion, and every time you peel back, there's someone else to talk to, but then there's actually no remedy. There's no stop to the abuse. 3 times the SWAT team is sent out for a woman who, like, is a harm to neither herself or anyone else. It just seems like, why would you do that? Like, that's terrifying.
Victoria, would you be open to receiving a phone call from one of our members from that division?
Are you gonna tell them what's happening?
I'm just going to say that you need some assistance in terms of making a formal complaint.
And these are the people to talk to?
These are the people that deal with internal complaints and investigations of member complaints. So they would help you in that process, and that would be one avenue, and then they could, usually complaints to them would go to the OPCC as well. So I'm just offering you another avenue in case, instead of going back to the OPCC.
You poor thing. I mean, you just have no idea what I've been through, and so phone calls are terrifying for me if I don't know who's on the other end of the call, because it just seems like it's, someone's calling to hurt me. And so at this point in my life, I literally am terrified of even phone calls or any little noise, because I don't know who's coming to get me.
Right. I'm just trying to assess how I can best help you right now.
Do they have a phone number or an email address or something, or someone I can... Because I'm better in writing than talking, because this is what happens when I try to talk about it. I become...
I would be happy to pass that on to you.
I have a pen and a paper
email?
Here. Anything. I don't... Anything you have.
Let me just get the right email. So, PSS. The best email to use is PSO, so Professional Standards Office it stands for. So PSO.
Got you.
At SAANICHpolice.ca.
Is there someone specifically I should be addressing at this PSO office?
Yeah, so the officer in charge of that division, his name is Inspector Damian Kowalowicz. And you can address it to him if you'd like. I'm happy to spell his name out for you if you'd like.
Inspector Damian, Damien.
Yes.
And the last would start with a C, you said?
It's a K.
Oh, sorry, a K. K-O.
K-O-W. A-L.
Right.
E-W.
Right.
I-C-H.
I-C-H.
Yeah. Okay.
And your name is?
Anita.
Anita. I'm sorry for if I, traumatized you at all.
No,
this is why I don't want to talk about it, because I don't want to hurt anybody else.
Yeah, I completely, I can understand that. Do email, and I will give him the heads up that he should be expecting an email.
Thanks so much, Anita.
You're welcome. All right, you take care.
Thanks.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.